Okay. Hello, folks. Hope you all can hear me. My name is Scott Andreessen with the Fence Marketing team. And you folks are getting ready to join the 2019 Internet Marketing Plan, your 2019 Internet Marketing Plan. How to triple your sales by getting your internet marketing right. So this is very exciting, and I'm glad that all of you are able to attend. I see that some of you are still logging in at this time, so I'm going to wait just a couple minutes while you log in, and we'll go ahead and get started here in just a moment. Alrighty. Okay, so let's go ahead and keep it moving. What we're going to cover today is we're going to set goals for 2019. How many leads to hit your target? The 3 fundamentals to marketing success, specifically for fence and gate sales. How to optimize your website for conversions in 2019 and beyond. And the big picture of all the online marketing channels you should be tapping into to maximize your lead flow online. And we'll also be discussing the latest trends that you need to focus on moving forward for the new year. And then to develop a custom action plan based on where you are now and what you need to do now. So while you're in this webinar, folks, I want you to make this about your time so you can get the most value. So I need you to please turn off your cell phones, turn off Facebook. If you're a fence or gate business owner, then the next 60 to 90 minutes will change your life. Now, if you have a question, there's a chat box, and you should have a little 3 dots here. When you click on that, you'll see a little option below that says chat. You can go ahead and type your chats in there, and I'll be able to see them. And for those of you that do stay till the end, I've got a special bonus for you. You're going to receive the Ultimate Fence and Gate Online Marketing Checklist, as well as the most commonly searched fence keywords for SEO and pay-per-click. So who am I and why should you listen to me? Well, I've been in digital marketing for 10 years now, and we only market fence and gate companies. We've successfully launched hundreds of campaigns and built hundreds of websites. So the things I'm going to show you are items that we put in place and show you what works and what does not work. We're also members of the American Fence Association, and hopefully I see some of you at Fence Tech next month. So I want to ask you guys a question right now. And feel free to reply back in the chat box. What is the hardest part about marketing your fence or gate business online? Let me go ahead and just pause for a moment. I want some of you to reply back and tell me. Okay. Here's one from Sammy. Sammy says, everyone's full of it. Okay, yeah. Carl says, getting ranked on the search engines. All right. Anyone else? Sarah says, knowing where to advertise. Okay. So I would agree with that, you guys, that those are pretty critical factors, and knowing what works, who to trust, and so on. So let's go ahead and dive in and cover some of these things so you can find out where to best maximize your investment dollars to get better results online. So we have a client that has been with us for almost 10 years now. And they've been in business for 61 years, way before the internet was even a thing. And the owner now is actually second generation owner. His father owned it before him. But they built their business on Yellow Pages. As I'm sure a lot of you have built your business on Yellow Pages. And that worked for many, many, many years for them. But then there started to be a shift around 2008, 2009. So where did the customers go? Because they were losing customers and things were just not progressing and the Yellow Pages wasn't working. So what the heck happened? Well, this happened. Google, Yahoo, Bing, the internet started exploding and taking over, right? So 97% of people looking for local services online, for fence installers, gate installations, and the like, they're going to the search engines to look for installation services and contractors. So how do you own the internet in your area? They tried a few different things. The Yellow Pages approached them first, and their solution was, you know, hey, we got this online directory, and we can get you in it, and we'll even give you a website, and there you go. So they got online through a Yellow Pages online directory, and then there was a web page attached to it, and that did work for a little bit for them, they said. They got some exposure, but it wasn't much. It was basically just enough to pay what they were paying out. So they weren't really making any money, just trading dollars, so to speak. So that wasn't the way. So what did they need to do to get their internet marketing right? Well, they needed to rank on the search engines for fence and home service related keywords in their area. And they needed a website that would convert visitors to callers. So they got their web marketing right. They got on Google Maps. They got on the organic search for their keywords, different services that they offer. And the reviews help too. That's a very critical factor, is making sure that you have those reviews. So the overall strategy here, and what we're going to do together with your worksheet in just a moment, is to come up with this whole marketing cycle you see right here. Because it's not just one thing. It's not just, okay, I'm going to rank for some keywords with SEO. It's going to be a comprehensive approach, is what we found works best, between SEO and pay-per-click management. And then I'll get into some of these other things with retargeting and so on. So the result was they were able to get 395 visitors, 27 calls when they started. Afterwards, they got 1,900 visitors and 228 calls by getting their internet marketing right. So I want to show you guys how you can get the same results by doing this. So basically what this meant for them, for daily, was they grew from 1.7 million in 2016 to 3 million in 2017, and they're on pace to do 4 million this year. They expanded from 9 guys to over 20. And the main thing is they have confidence that they have a consistent and sustainable lead flow. So I have a question for you guys. You know, what would that mean for your business to get results like this? I want to hear from some of you, okay? Phil? Okay, Phil? Phil says that would be awesome. Yeah, I agree. That would be awesome. Sarah says that would make my techs happy. Okay, yeah, sure. Carla says I would get a big promotion. Okay, that's good. All right. Well, so let's go ahead and work on this then, right? Let's get it done. Let's put together your 2019 internet marketing plan. How to triple your sales by getting your internet marketing right. Now, if you're at, say, 250,000 a year, going to $1 million a year, that's within reason. If you're at, you know, little disclaimer, if you're at 5 million and you're looking to go to 15 million, then it's a little more complicated, right? But for sure, this is going to help. So let's go ahead and get it done. What I want you folks to do now is download this worksheet. So you're going to go to fencemarketingteam.com/worksheet. So I'll give you a moment to go ahead and do that now if you have not already done it. Okay, so yeah, that's right. Just go there now. I see that some of you are accessing it still, so that's good. All right. So yeah, when you go there, it's just going to be an instant download. Like as soon as you type in that URL, you'll see it download straight through your browser. There's nothing else to click on. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and get started with this, and you folks follow along. Number one is to set clear goals. So I'm a big fan of Brian Tracy. He says success is goals, all else is commentary. So what are your goals for 2019? Because if you have clear goals, basically that's the same thing as wind in your sails. You have direction, right? You have purpose. Without it, without goals, then you're just kind of like a sailboat without wind. You're just stagnant. So I want to show you guys a quick study by Harvard. They interviewed 1,979 graduates. 84% of those Harvard graduates had no specific goals. 13% did have goals, but they didn't write them down. And then 3% had clear written goals and plans to accomplish them. The results were the 13% of the class that had goals were earning on average twice as much as the 84% who had no goals at all. And then even more astonishing, the 3% who had clear written goals were earning on average 10 times as much as the other 97% put together. So that is the impact of what we are doing right now. Us going through this worksheet together and you writing down your clear goals is putting this in place. It's proven. So the goal setting framework, you have to have written goals and plans, and you need to set at a minimum 1 year goal, quarterly goals, and monthly goals to stay on track. You must have a stopping point at the beginning of each new year and at the end of each quarter to reflect how did you do based on what you set for your goal, and what are you going to do moving forward. So what are your goals for 2019, ladies and gentlemen? And by that I mean, what is your revenue target? How much does that break down to monthly? How many calls will it require to reach that monthly target? And what is your average transaction value? So we can really dial down on this once we write it down. So here's an example. Your target revenue is, let's say, $1.5 million. Monthly, that comes out to $125,000. Your average transaction value is $405. So how many calls will that require? It would be 308 per month. So you're just dividing your monthly target by the average transaction value, and that gives you how many leads will be required to reach that. So how many leads will you need? What is your average conversion rate from a caller to a booked call? And now divide your call target by your conversion rate. Okay, so how many leads will you need? What is your average conversion rate from a caller to book call? Let's say it's 55%. Now multiply your call target by your conversion rate. Okay, so if you need 308 calls per month, in our previous example, if you're saying your conversion rate is roughly 1 out of every 2 people that call in, all right, so we're going to say 55%, then that means you need 560 leads per month. So what is your goal for 2019, ladies and gentlemen? How many leads will you need per month to get there? I want to hear from you. Go ahead, type it in the chat box. I want to know, how many leads do you need to get per month? Don't be shy. I'm not moving on until someone types in the chat box, so let me know. How many leads do you need to get per month? Sammy says he's not sure. No problem. Carl says about 60. Okay. Shannon says 125. Okay. So you guys, the number is what it is. And when you know that, then you can start forming the action plan around that. You can start developing your lead sources to get that many calls, and then it becomes real. So the next step after that is to update your marketing message. So these are the basic fundamentals of marketing. This is the triangle. Your message is going to be your ad copy or your offer to your prospect. Your market is going to be your audience. You know, who buys your services, who buys your fences, who buys your gates, their avatar, so to speak. And then your media is going to be your platform of how you reach them. So let's talk about who your ideal customer is. Okay, so we're going to put together their avatar. All right, so for fence and gate, it's a homeowner, obviously, 35 years plus, typically female, occasionally male, married with 2 to 3 kids, head of household, 65,000 plus annual income, family-oriented, reliable, easily frustrated, likes to please people and expects same in return, not handy, right? Otherwise, they wouldn't be calling you for a fence or a gate. So they like gardening, crafting, arts. They live in the suburbs, upper middle class neighborhoods. They take an interest in their community. So what are their pains and frustrations? Their existing fence or gate is in disarray. And they can't get a fence company on the phone. They're getting voicemails. No one will return their call. They need to get that fence issue resolved. They're too busy to deal with it. and they're worried the situation at the household could be unhealthy for their family, right? So to dial in a little deeper on this, what are their fears and their implications? The number one thing they're scared of is getting ripped off or overcharged, paying too much for something they could have gotten somewhere else cheaper, having their home or yard damaged by faulty workmanship, having to wait around for the fence guy to arrive at their house, being inconvenienced trying to coordinate with the fence contractor, that it may cause disaster to their home or yard in some way. Goals and desires, that they need to get it fixed. They want to have the issue behind them. They're having a well-kept home is what they want, to take care of their family. They want more income, more money, more wealth. They want to live in a nicer home with a more luxurious car, happy, healthy kids, spend more time, and so on. So the whole point of what I'm saying here is if you can see Joe Jones through Joe Jones's eyes, then you can sell what Joe Jones buys. So that is our market. We just covered that side of the triangle, the who. That's who we're speaking to. So now we need to craft our message. Now we know exactly who we're targeting. We need to craft the message. So why should someone choose to do business with you versus the competition? And what benefits do you offer to your target customer that they'll resonate with? So here's some messaging that works for fence and gate companies. Same day service, emergency services, fast service. That says we're going to be out there right away, which is what everyone wants to hear. Straightforward pricing, upfront pricing, satisfaction guaranteed. We all want to do business with an honest company, right? And we don't want surprises. So we don't want to hear that it's going to exceed our budget, anything like that. So that also works. And then, of course, trustworthy technicians, trusted technicians, experienced. They don't want someone at their residence putting up this fence that just got out of prison. So those are kind of the big ones that we have found works. You can make the case of fast same-day service in your ad copy. You can give money-saving offers, 10% off for today only. Clean-cut professional technicians will leave your yard cleaner than we found it. Great service guaranteed. So that's the message. We've got our audience, we've got our message. Now, how are we going to get that message to our audience? This is where you're going to have a strong central hub. And that is your website. Okay? So you're going to get traffic off of these other things, which we'll cover in a moment. Your search engine optimization, Facebook, pay-per-click management, associations that you belong to, blogs, things like that. But those are all pointing to your website. And so that website needs to be strong. It needs to convert visitors to callers. And so we're going to cover how you do that. Is your website set up to convert visitors to callers? So a lot of people, they lose results. They may be set up all over the place, but we see them losing a lot of results and not getting leads because their sites just don't tell people what to do. So what I want to do here is show you a client of ours And the image on the left is their before image. That's what they came to us with. And so that's what they were working with as their central hub. The image on the right is the after image. And this really made a huge impact on how they were getting calls coming in just based on their central hub. So I want to cover a couple things here. You'll notice the image on the left here, the phone number is kind of buried down here. It's not in plain sight. Where you want to have it ideally is up at the top right corner. So we put it up here. You want to have a strong call to action. So they see the number. It's one of the first things they see up top. But then they need a reason to call you now. So this is where you're going to put your money saving offers. Your call to action is going to be right up top. You want to give another option, and that is a contact form above the fold. So when they pull up your website on a monitor, they're going to see the phone number, a call to action, and a contact form. Other things that are proven to help is having a video right here on the front page. It keeps them on your website longer. The longer you're on your website, this stuff, guys, is actually tracked by Google and the other search engines. So if someone clicks on your site and they stay longer, you are getting credit for that. And that's why it's so important to have great content and videos. The other thing is these reviews. We noticed a huge level of calls and engagement by putting reviews from other sources on their site. So this little review widget right here that we use, it's pulling in reviews from Google, Facebook, Better Business Bureau, also people just leaving reviews on their website. This is very helpful. So as soon as someone comes to this landing page, they've got everything they need to know to make an educated decision. Are their customers happy? Can they save me money? And so on. So here is the conversion that we use. This is our ultimate fence and gate website conversion machine is what we call it. And basically it gives the outline that we just discussed in more detail. And we can give you a copy of this if you want one. Just message me through chat or by email. We'll get you a copy of this. And basically it gives you the outline that when you're putting together your web page, just follow this. And it will get you the best conversions. So I want to know from you guys, is your website set up to convert? Does it speak to your target avatar? Does it address their fears and frustrations and speak to why they should choose you? Does it have real, authentic images of your team on the home page and throughout the website? Does it include video elements, like a welcome video? Videos for each of your services. You guys do fences, you guys do gates, you do different types of fences, aluminum, vinyl, and so on. Do you have videos for each of those services explaining the benefits of why one of those would be better versus the other? Why should someone contact you versus the competition? Does it showcase your online reviews? Is the website prominently showing, good reviews by your customers? And does it make it easy for them to take action to get in contact with your company? So get the basics. These are the basics that you need to have down on your site to get it converting properly. Phone number in the right-hand corner. Ensure that there is a web form the customers can fill out. add credibility with authority symbols. You know, use your BBB, your Angie's List Super Service Awards. If you're a member of different associations like American Fence Association and so on, put that on there. Calls to action on each page to ensure it speaks to your customer avatar, and tell them exactly what you want them to do next. And are you going to give them the opportunity to engage in chat? So this one is newer, and yeah, I mean, you're going to need someone in place standing by to do that, but we've seen it increase conversions by as much as 30% by putting live chat. You can use a live chat widget on your site. You can use Facebook Messenger chat. Also, the Google My Business, they have their own chat option. So you can do that. So your action items, what 3 conversion elements will you implement on your website? I want you guys to take a moment to think about that and write that down. Actually, let me hear from you. I want to hear from some of you. What are 3 conversion elements that you're going to put in for your site? Anybody? Okay, we got one from Steve. Steve says he's going to put in a contact form. That's good, Steve. Sarah says she's going to add the phone number up top. Nice. One thing on that, you guys, make sure it's a click-to-call number. You know, your website, when you look at it in a mobile display, make sure that phone number, you just got to tap on it to click it, to click to call. You don't want people to have to like pull out of your website, try to remember the number and dial it in on their smartphone. It doesn't work. So here's the takeaways. What did you learn? What did you notice? What would you like to share? So I want you guys to tell me so far, you know, what did you learn from this? Sammy says, I learned I need to build a new website. Okay. Phil says he needs to put chat on his site. Very good. All right. So let's go into how to track your key performance indicators. Okay. So you put all this stuff in place, right? You've got your marketing message, you've got your customer avatar, you've got your different mediums, your channels of collecting leads and traffic online. So how do you know what's working? You're going to set up call tracking. Okay, this is going to be special phone numbers that forward to your number that are going to record calls. You have to do this, guys, otherwise you're not going to know the quality of the calls you're getting. So I would never get involved with any kind of marketing or advertising where you can't include call tracking. Otherwise, you don't have any way to keep score. You want to know your average cost per call generated by that source. So whether or not you're doing SEO, pay-per-click, Facebook, you want to know how many leads you're getting from there and then track the cost per call from that. And then a simple dashboard to measure your key performance indicators, because what gets measured, it gets done. So here's an example of how we do it for a client. You can see that they got 490 leads in this month. Their total investment for our marketing services and pay-per-click came out to $3,096.28. And so if we take the 490 by the 3,096.28, we get our cost per lead, which comes out to $6.32. And then the breakdown is organic calls, 215, 59 from pay-per-click, 166 came in from Google Maps, and 50 came in from web forms. So that's 490 leads altogether. So have a nice system in place like this, so you're keeping track each month of money going out, what's coming in, and then this way you can track your conversions, your sales, and be on track to reaching your financial goal each month. So far, we've had we've discussed clear goal and target for 2019. We've gone over clarity around your market, your message, and media. And we've made sure that our website is optimized for conversions. And then we set up a simple KPI tracking dashboard. All right. So that is good. So next, we need to build your plan. Okay, your specific plan. So this is what it's going to look like. You're going to have your fence or gate company right here in the middle. And then you're going to have your different marketing mediums for getting those leads. And what we found is it's a combination approach works best. Don't put all your eggs in one basket with SEO. A comprehensive campaign with SEO and PPC usually works best. And then retargeting. For folks that are new to retargeting, that is those pay-per-click ads. You can set them up to follow around your prospects that went on your web page and continue to market to them as long as you want. So you put the tracking code on your website, so any and all visitors that go onto your site are going to have that retargeting code, and you can remarket them with pay-per-click ads. You've got paid online directories, your repeat and referral business, a good email marketing system in place to new customers to keep them in the loop. That always works. There's pay-per-lead services like Home Advisor, social media marketing, and then, of course, gift cards, newsletters, and rewards programs for your customers. Some key trends for 2019 that you should stay on top of are Google local service ads, which I'll get into in a moment. There's been a shift from phone calls to messages. So what I'm talking about there is like Facebook Messenger or Google My Business Messenger, or just text message in general has been the new shift for 2019. And so you must have an all-in perspective for search engine optimization, pay-per-click, listing service agency, and social marketing. Now, Google local service ads, these do not work for fence companies. So I'm going to cover why I'm bringing it up in a moment, but I want to show you what it looks like with a different niche of plumbers. Basically, right up top, these are your Google local service ads. They have Google guarantee. They show up above pay-per-click ads and above Google My Business ads. So you can see the value of having this top position. And these don't work off keywords or anything like that. They strictly work off of, if you provide this service and you have insurance and your state certification, then you can show up here. But it is not available for fence companies yet. Those are just some other examples. It's tracked by Google. Just showing you another little bit of how that works. It is active in select cities, but not for fence and gate. But it should be available sometime later this year. We anticipate it will be available, and that's why I want to let you know about it. So if you look at Google Local Service ads, they have different categories you can choose from. And the closest that you can get as a fence or gate company is Home Improvement Pro. And we checked that out, and it's just too generic. It does not apply specifically to fence or gate. And so even if you got your business approved, it wouldn't be worth anything right now. So it's not recommended you do that right now, but you should be aware that this is happening. And as soon as it does, we will let you know, and you can get certified and show up like I just showed you. These, in case you want to know, it's available in these states and cities. Basically major markets. So here's just one more example. It shows up above, at the top, above AdWords, above Google My Business, and above SEO. So you can see this is going to be extremely powerful once it takes off. And then what we have heard from other niches that are using this is it is a lower cost than pay-per-click. The leads are higher quality than Home Advisor. You still can expect some price shoppers, and you got to follow up quickly. But a solid return on investment from most of the clients who have jumped on board. So for now, what should you do? Just be ready to take advantage of Google Local Service ads when it's available for fence and gate. Complete your background checks, put the tracking in place to gauge your return on investment, and be sure you're leveraging the platform to close jobs and updates, and just do it so it makes sense for your return on investment. But this is still a few months away. So your plan for 2019, is it starting to take form? Let me hear from you guys. Cynthia says yes. I see a lot of new things I need to do. Very good. Carl says I need to put together my website and plan. Good for you, Carl. Okay. Excellent. All right, you guys. I love the comments. I appreciate that. So I'm going to keep moving. I want to show you a case study. All right. So here's one of our clients, Daily Home Improvement. They got 317 calls in September. And you can do the same. How'd they do it? They got on top of Google Maps. They got their reviews up above their competitors. And they got ranked in organic search. They also got their pay-per-click right. So they're showing up in all three places. So you can see this is how they started out. And then throughout the month, they just skyrocketed to 317 calls. That's just a picture of the team, some of them. So the online strategy here was build a website that will convert, be proactive in search engine optimization, providing value, and adding content that answers customers' questions. Focus on online reviews and reputation. That had a major impact. Strategic pay-per-click marketing with remarketing. So, you know, sometimes they may go on your website and then they got to take a call or they got to go to work or whatever, and you just get lost in the mix. So that remarketing plays a tremendous role, that the next time they go online and they're searching on different websites and watching YouTube videos and doing research, they're going to see your ad in front of them. So you're going to follow them around. Social presence and email marketing. Precision tracking and measurement of your key performance indicators. That's what we put together for them. And this is the entire plan in a nutshell. So it's not just one thing, folks. It's not just search engine optimization. It's not just pay-per-click. It's having an entire system in place, a comprehensive approach. This way, if you get bumped off the rankings one month, you know, Google has updates, Bing has updates, and things can shift a bit. And just losing that #1 spot to like a #4, #5 it can have a dramatic effect. So having other things in place like your pay-per-click, your remarketing, siphoning traffic from those paid directories, that's going to keep you consistent and keep your leads growing. So I want some volunteers. We're going to do something fun. What are your top 3 internet marketing initiatives that you need to implement to hit your 2019 goal? But before we do that, you guys, I want to get some volunteers, and let's see your website. You know, how is it set up to convert? Okay? So we're going to do this in real time here. I'm going to pull up your website, and this way I can you know, check it out, and I'll give a little critique of how we can get it converting better. So do I have any takers on that? Anybody want to share their website? Chris, Fred, any of you guys? Come on, don't be shy. Sammy, Carl? I'm not moving until I get someone to let me see their website. Who wants me to look at their site? Come on, there's got to be someone out there that wants me to check out their site. All right, we got one. Carl. Guide fence. Okay, let me check it out. Give me a sec. Oops, that didn't work. You said guide fence? Sure you got a website there? I don't see guide fence. That's not pulling up for me. Who else? Okay, Sammy sent me one. Automatic gate company. Okay, let's take a look. All righty. Okay, Sammy, not bad. You've got a picture of some of your work here. You've got your different styles of gates that you offer. This looks pretty good. But right off the bat, I'm just going to say a couple things here. I don't see a phone number up at the top. So I got to hunt for it, and I'm not quite sure where to look. Also, you know, ideally, I would like to see a picture of you and your team here when I come to the page. We've noticed much bigger success in conversions when there's actually a picture of you, the owner, and your team. So I would personalize this a bit more. Having a call to action, like some sort of money-saving offer here, something to give them a reason to call now. I would definitely put that in there. And let's see, are you mobile friendly? If we resize this, we resize the screen as your website. Okay, good. So you got a mobile friendly site. That's good. But those are just a couple things. I like that you have your Super Service Awards, but this is pretty old. This is from 6 years ago, right? So maybe you can update that with something else. But I would look into that a little bit. So I hope you found that helpful. Who else? We got another one that came in. All right, Phil. Very good. Phil, you're at Valley Fence, valleyfence.com. Let's take a look. Under construction. Okay. Well, so I guess we got to wait on that one because I can't see anything from what you've shown me here. So, okay. Anyone else? Going once, going twice? Type it in the chat box. All right. So now for the couple of you that did reply, those two that I couldn't pull up, you know, feel free to send them after the webinar and I'll take a look at them again. So I don't know what happened there. So takeaways, what did you learn? What did you notice? What would you like to share? Oh, we covered that. Covered that. Okay, so we've covered setting your goals for 2019. How many leads to hit your target? 3 fundamentals to marketing success. How to optimize your website for conversion in 2019 and beyond. The big picture of all the online marketing channels you should be tapping into to maximize your lead flow online. And the latest trends that you must be aware of in 2019. And then you're developing a custom action plan based on where you are now, guys, and what you need to do. So, do any of you need help? If you'd like some help with this, with some of the stuff we covered, post let's talk in the comments box. In the chat box, you can put let's talk if you need some help. So we are available if you do need us. Or you can call us, that's our phone number. Or you can even schedule. You can go to fencemarketingteam.com/schedule. And we could go over your marketing plan together. So for those of you who stayed to the end, I promised you a reward. And I'm going to show you how to get the list of the most commonly searched fence and gate keywords along with the ultimate online marketing checklist that I promised you. So we will go ahead and do that now. You can go to fencemarketingteam.com/reward. Go ahead and go there, type that into your URL bar, www.fencemarketingteam.com/reward, and that will give you an instant download as a zip file of these. And I'm available. So if you want to talk with me or my team, just give us a call right here. Reach out to us. I will go ahead and leave the floor to you guys. If there's any questions, I'll open it up to you. Let me know. Anyone have any questions? Fred? Sammy? Fred says, this is from Durst Painting, sure, but I gathered a lot of great information. Thanks and be blessed. My pleasure, Fred. Awesome. Sammy, Carl, Susan, anyone? Okay. Well, listen, you guys, on that note, I will go ahead and end this webinar. I want to thank you all so much for attending, and have a wonderful rest of your day. Thank you so much, and take care. Bye.